Hi, Jacob. How are you today?
Good, Kelly. How are you?
I'm well. I'm well. What have you been feeling you might want to change?
I would like to quit dipping in tobacco products.
Okay. So you you dip and you smoke, or just use different tobacco products?
Well, I use dip to quit smoking, and now I'm on dip again.
Oh, okay. All right. If you did decide to quit um, using tobacco products, how would you go about it?
Lots of gum,
Gum.
everywhere.
So gum uh, helps you with the urge to dip. It helps with your um, need to have something in your mouth. And
Yeah.
all right. What do you think are the three best reasons to make this change to stop using tobacco products?
Well, the first one, the main one, is my teeth, and it's really hard on your teeth. Even the pouches, they don't get all up in your teeth and stuff, but they still turn your teeth nasty colors and make them ugly. And second would be probably money, just to save money. If I had what I spent on dip every day, or cigarettes or something, then it would be more money in my pocket I could spend on different things. And number three, just because it's not good for you, and I need to change, and I need to do better.
Okay, so you want to stop because it's hard on your teeth and it turns your teeth colors and also promotes tooth decay, and so you'd have more money in your pocket at the end of the month, and it's bad for you. It's because it can cause cancer and other health issues. Okay. You seem to really know the reasons that you should quit. Can you tell me any more about that?
It's just something that I need to do. It's just something that I don't know. It's really hard to do. It's one of the hardest things I've ever tried to do, is really to quit. And the craving for nicotine, it, after so long, you just get angry and you just get frustrated with everything without it. And
Yeah, it is very difficult to stop an addiction, no matter what your addiction is. If it's sugar or tobacco or soft drinks, it's very stressful at times. I know. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is for you to make this change?
I would give it a 10 out of 10, because it's something that I need to leave behind and start someplace else. And
Okay, and so what has brought you to that moment in your life that you're at a 10 instead of a 0?
well, when I was in high school or something, everybody had it and everybody had dip, and it was just a cool thing to do, and smoking cigarettes was a cool thing to do. And now, after seeing, actually physically feeling some of the side effects from it, and having toothaches or something like that, or when I was smoking, it was hard for me to breathe or anything like that. And I use dip to get off of cigarettes, but it's still not much better.
So it's made you've definitely felt the effects of using the tobacco in your life with your health and everything. And how important is it for you to be healthy?
Well, I think everybody has a different mindset in that when it comes to healthy. One person might call healthy, another person might not call healthy, and I really think that it would just help you throughout, instead of it just kind of dragging you down. Instead, it would just help me become more healthy, and instead of just falling in a cave and no light.
Okay. So, and those are very important reasons to want to stop doing something. So it looks like you're at the point in your life where you are wanting to make a change to quit this. So what are some of the good things that you get out of using tobacco products?
Well, really, first thing in the morning, that's when I really crave it, and the longer I go without it, the just more irritable I get, and just certain things just make me flip out and stuff like that. Like, I came in from church one day, and I haven't had a dip all day, and I was just irritable, and nothing was right, and I was aggravated because the blinds was facing the wrong way, and it just kind of settles your nerves, and the craving that you get all the time, it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's just a craving that you want, and you feel like you need it. But
So in stressful times, stressful moments are what cause you to really want to use these products. Use them because they make you feel better, and it's a double-edged sword because they make you feel better, but then they also make you feel worse later. So and they probably enhance the irritability that you were feeling when you don't have it. So what kind of other activities do you think you could do for stress relief instead of smoking or dipping?
I don't know. I don't really. I mean, it's just like something that's there all the time, and you can, it's just a go-to thing. It's an easy go-to thing, and I don't know, hit a tree with a bat.
Well, I mean, it's better than a person or something like that. But so you might want to try to find some kind of activity that would take your mind off of using the tobacco products. Maybe going for a walk, or possibly playing a video game, or watching a movie, something like that.
That's just it. Like, when you do stuff like that, you're just constantly thinking, like, man, a dip would be good, or a cigarette would be good right now. Or if you're walking, sometimes that makes it worse, where if you're trying to get your mind off of it and you're physically trying to, but just doing something that you always do, or drinking coffee even, like, that makes you, it's just weird not having a cigarette with coffee, or vice versa.
So your mind, you've associated using dip, or when you smoked, with activities that you enjoy, and so it's hard to enjoy that activity without the dip.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we kind of already went over this, but what are some of the less good things about dipping?
Oh, well, it's just bad for you. It's bad for your teeth. It's bad for your gums, and it shows bad influence for people that look up to me, like I did, and I had people I looked up to, and they use tobacco products, and it's just out there so much that it's just hard to break away from, and it keeps going up. It don't ever go down. The price don't ever go down. I mean, it just keeps rising and rising and rising. And if you go out of state, it's even more. Which in Kentucky, we're like the number one for cancer because of tobacco and stuff, because everybody uses it, and it's just something that's been passed down from generation to generation. And
So besides your peers in high school, you also had some people in your family that used tobacco products, and they were people that you looked up to. So you felt like that it was okay. It was okay, and it wouldn't hurt you to use them, not necessarily, and you don't want to be like that for the people who live up to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's been a lot of people that, I mean, there's probably more people in my family that use tobacco than didn't. And it's just, like I said, it's just everywhere. And I mean, you go to gas stations or something, you see it up on you see posters or something up on the wall, and just even seeing the poster or something like that just kind of gives you a craving. Or if you see somebody else smoking or something, you just smell that. I mean, it don't matter how long you've quit smoking. After you've reached that point, I mean, you just smell it, and you just want to go straight back to it. And dip is just, I don't like it. That's why I went from dip to cigarette, or I went from cigarettes to dip. I don't like dip personally very much, but it gives me the nicotine. But I also was going to try to use that in my advantage because I don't care for it. I don't like it as well, but I was going to try to use that as my advantage to break it off for good.
Oh, okay. So you've tried to, because you don't like dipping as much as you do smoking, you thought that your dislike of dipping would make you want to quit things entirely. And also, it's really hard because most of the people that you are around, including your friends and family, they use tobacco products of some kind, and that brings back the craving that you have for the products. So, knowing that, what do you think your first step would be to stop using tobacco products? Are you going to try to just level off? Are you going to try to use an over-the-counter, like a nicotine patch or gum? There are several options. You can even go to your healthcare provider, and they even have some medications now if you're having that much trouble with it.
Well, that's just it. The medications that they have out there, the side effects are just as bad as the tobacco, and it's not just the dip. It's not just this or that. It's even with nicotine patches and gum, you're still addicted to the same thing. You're still paying them for nicotine. I mean, it's still, that's what you're craving, is the nicotine. It's not necessarily the dip or the cigarettes, or it's the nicotine that's in it. And whether you go to gum or patches or anything like that, you're still getting the nicotine, and you're just passing habits. You're not actually. So I've been trying to keep as much gum around. Just my favorite kind of gum is just Trident Ice or Trident White Spearmint, and I just try to keep it around as many places as I can. My chairs, my truck, the house, just anywhere I could keep it, and you can.
So you're using gum to. It seems like you're using gum to satisfy the oral sensation that you get with dipping or smoking. It gives your mouth something to do, and that's a great first way to start. We'll check on your progress in a few weeks when we meet again. And I really think that you're doing the right thing, and you're on your way to making a good step to be a healthier person. And it's very commendable at your age that you are thinking about your health as young as you are, because a lot of people don't think about their age when their health when they're your age. They usually wait until they get about my age before they start thinking, oh man, I need to figure out what I'm doing, So I really appreciate your time today, and again, we'll talk some more when we meet again.